Let's switch gears now and talk about party politics. It's about the ruling APC and the crisis rocking that party. The party has been in some turmoil over the leadership, and there seems to be some breather after President Muhammadu Buhari wading into the crisis. He met with the governors of the state, and after the meeting, they said they cancelled the planned Tuesday NEC meeting. But the aide to Governor Obaseki, one of those who are not happy with Mr. Oshiomhole, insisting that, well, Mr. Oshiomhole may get a second chance. Take a listen to Adaze Mwanta, aide to Governor Obaseki.
I think the president's intervention is very apt, very timely, and I think it is for the national chairman to reciprocate that gesture by calling on his belligerents, members of a group called the Edo People's Movement, not to play opposition politics, because for too long a time, PDP has been in limbo. Oshiomhole's people have been the one taking the role of the opposition party in Edo, and as such, now that Oshiomhole has said he wants to go and say no more, and has been forgiven, he should put that to action, because just yesterday, his former deputy governor, Pius Odubu, started attacking the governor. A former member of the House of Reps, Samson Osage, started attacking the governor. As you see, I'm talking peace. So we should be ready to accept the realities on ground. The man has been reinstated. He was already out, but he was reinstated. So with that reinstatement, we expect him to reciprocate. And the best way of reciprocating is to ensure that he comes back and, with a hand of fellowship, work closely with the governor. We are going into elections. We need to come together as a united front. As I said earlier, PDP is actually a drug with a NAFDAC number, but its expiry date is showing that it's an expired party. In Edo, as far as we know, we have just one party, and that is the party to beat in the next election, the All Progressive Congress, the APC.
Thank you so much, everyone. Let's get back to the conversation. I have joining me the majority leader of the House of Representatives, and of course, the leader of the caucus in the House of Representatives, a member from Kano State. Thank you so much, Honorable Doguwa, for joining us tonight. It's been some turbulent period for your party when the national chairman was threatened to be removed by some opposition and anti-Oshiomhole forces in the APC. But it does look like there is a bit of calm when the president met the governors. Some will say, is it a postponement of the evil day for your party?
Thank you, Mr. Sheun Akimbaloe. And it's my pleasure being on this platform this evening. You know, you cannot shy away from the fact that politics as it is, even by definition, is what we call conflicts and resolutions of conflict. It is my candid belief that what is happening or what is obtained in the party, the APC ruling party, is no more than what one can simply call democracy in action, like I've always said. But the fact remains that of course, you cannot rule out some of the permutations that have started already against 2023. And I want to say, without any fear of contradiction, that no matter the number of court cases we had, no matter the kind of contention or controversies we had, no matter the crisis that is seeming to have rocked the party, the fact remains the same, that we have a party that came up from the background of groups, political groups coming up from diverse political background. And the fact is that you have to accept the fact that you naturally have to have some of these frictions going on, because this is a political party that was formed as a result of a merger, national merger. And some of these misunderstandings unfold because of the different political backgrounds of the different political factions that form the party.
All right.
But those
so,
of us who are stakeholders...
Doguwa, sorry, apologies. Since you mentioned this matter, so is it true what Asiwaju Tinubu said, that the opposition against Adams Oshiomhole is just simply the 2023 virus as he describes it? Is it true that the ambition of the presidency for 2023 is behind the opposition against Oshiomhole?
Of course, in my personal opinion, I want to believe in the same opinion. That is my candid opinion. But the fact is that whether that is my opinion or any other person's opinion, those of us who are are the beneficiaries of the merger of the party you call the APCs. Those of us who are still the stakeholders, major stakeholders in the party, will not fall short of the fact that we know how much members, founding members, especially founding members of the party, how much time they have taken to form APC. We know those of us who have invested morally, physically, financially, and even intellectually to form APC and even succeed in the last two general elections. It was not a party that just brought out itself from the surface or from the blues. It was a party that was definitely brought into being by people who really wanted to have a formidable political force to chastise the then ruling party, the PDP, which we have actually succeeded in doing that. And it is my candid opinion, these people who have really invested in every aspect of investment to make APC thrive, we will never allow a situation whereby the labor of our founding fathers will be allowed to be in vain. We shall never allow it in vain. And we know those people. Everyone knows it. It does not matter where you belong in the crisis. But every one of us knows clearly that these are the people who really helped and built this party, APC. And whoever has any inclination or has any disposition against these people who have built the party to this success, then I want to say it's on his own. This is my opinion.
Let me apologies again to Botin, Honorable Doguwa. I have so many questions to ask you tonight, and I'd like us to eat it and be punchy with some of the conversation that we're having. From your own standpoint, where would you suggest? Are you going to be one of those who suggest that in 2023, APC should pick a presidential candidate from the southern part of the country or from the northern part of the country? Well, where do you think the APC should pick its presidential candidate from?
Of course, thank God you asked me my personal opinion. And I want to be candid to tell you that as a national politician, as a stakeholder in the national platform of the party, I am of the view that APC as a party have been formed from different political blocs and from different parts of the countries, having taken our shot from the northwest, which is, of course, the northern part of the country. Then ordinarily, if we have to look at the issue of power sharing, we look at even the issue of federal character of our federal existence, then I don't think there is anything wrong if we contemplate or consider picking our presidential candidate from the south. No matter what part of the South. I'm very candid, and this is my own opinion, and I believe as long as we want the party to continue to coexist with different shades of opinions, different block of political groupings, accepting the APC as a just and a sincere party that will now galvanize different political interest groups to now continue as a formidable political party that is called the ruling APC, then we must have to be fair and just to ourselves. My candid opinion.
Another very critical question is that the president has intervened in this matter, but the question is that wasn't it too late in the day? It was a day before the slated APC NEC meeting. Should that meeting have held, perhaps your party would have been in deep trouble by now. Do you think that it was late in the day for the president's intervention?
I don't think any intervention could be late. The president intervened at the right time, and no matter how late you may call it, he has intervened, and his intervention has brought about sanity and decorum in the party. The fact still remains, like I said, this is a party that is a ruling party, and Mr. President, who is the leader of the party, has the final take. And God so kind, he has given his intervention, and virtually all components of the political parties, whether from the shades of the governors forum, whether from the other stakeholders at the NEC, and every other segment of the political existence of the APC have listened to Mr. President. I want to say with all pride that we have a party that has a leader. We have a party that has compassion for direction provided by leadership. And I want to believe the direction provided by Mr. President, who is the leader of this ruling of our great party, APC, is the right course. And all of us will abide by it. And I don't want to believe that there is anything that you can call late intervention. It was timely. It was done at the right time.
Honorable Doguwa, a big one here is that, is the storm over? Do you think that crisis has been resolved, or because some say if it's resolved, the court cases should have been withdrawn by now?
For me, like I said, when you are dialoguing, when you are consulting, Of course, there may be some other things that may be outstanding, and the party will continue to consult, will continue to engage other stakeholders until we finally resolve all these problems. But to my understanding, the issues that bedeviled the party in the recent weeks have been significantly addressed by Mr. President, and virtually all components and segments of the stakeholders in the party have agreed to that resolution. It's not about deferring or adjourning the evil day. There was never an evil day for the ruling party, APC. Our party will remain one as a family. And even for me, as leader of the APC caucus in the House of Representatives, the so-called virus has not degenerated into the floor of the House of Representatives. We have always had one family, the APC family. We are guided by the leadership of Adams Oshomole because we believe, even though he is human, he might have committed some mistakes here and there. But we are of the opinion that Adams Oshomole has played a significant role in bringing the party to this height it has come to. And thank God he has accepted some of these faults he might have.
All right. Let's close now. Let's close, and it's going to be on this note, Honorable Doguwa. Whenever I hear that it's a family affair, I'm always very scared because it ends. It usually doesn't end well. For the PDP, there are realization before 2015 that some of the governors caused the problems of the party. Just in 30 seconds, do you think governors in your party are the problems of your party? In 30 seconds, please.
I want to say without any fear of mix-up that governors of the parties remain leaders of the party at the periphery, at their various states. And I also want to believe no governor would want to create any trouble for his own political party. Every governor wants to have an APC that is proud, an APC that will win elections come 2023 and even subsequently. So I want to believe that resolutions and the reconciliations we have so far reached are genuine reconciliations. These are reconciliations based on understanding and true manifestations of our existence as a family and our existence as a political party. Like I've earlier said, and I want to repeat, that the labor of our founding fathers shall never be in vain. The APC will remain one and will continue to be the only party to beat in the Federal Republic of Nigeria and in our own democracy.
That sounds like something I've heard before. Being a political journalist, I've heard that some parties said they will last for 90 years, 60 years, and I hope that your party will have some peace in the coming days. Honorable Ado Doguwa, the majority leader in the House of Reps and the leader in the APC caucus in the House of Reps. Thank you so much for talking to us tonight, and I hope that your party will see some peace and tranquility. But that's our show for tonight, everyone. In everything you do, remember, wash your hands properly and obey the social distancing concept. It's very good for you to keep safe and alive. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Sean Kimale. Bye for now.